welcome to another edition of the Holiday and Cruise Clinic. It's the only programme on television purely dedicated to answering your holiday, cruise and travel related questions. So if you have a question, a query or a dilemma about going away anywhere, here's how to get in touch with us. We're on Facebook and Twitter, so if you search on either of those programmes for the Holiday and Cruise channel, that's a great way of getting in touch with us. We're also online on our own website, www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. The clinic has its own page, so if you navigate your way there, you can send us a question to our panel of experts that way too. But we welcome your postcards and letters by post as well. Just to make it easy as possible for you to get in touch with us, you can write to the Holiday and Cruise Channel, Cavendish House, Brighton Road, Liverpool, L22 5NG. Now, around 5 million people visit Benidorm each year with its spectacular coastline, breathtaking white and golden sandy beaches which stretch for more than 4 miles. It's a thriving resort, famed for its seafront hotels, lively nightlife, endless restaurants and superb shopping opportunities. Benidorm is home to around 200 nightclubs and discos, more than 1,000 bars and a host of English-style pubs. So it's no surprise it proves a real popular holiday spot for a spritz. Well, here to entice us even more is Yolanda Pickett from Visit Benidorm. Welcome along.
Thank you very much.
What a fantastic job you've got then.
Yes.
Pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel very privileged, I have to say. It's a great job, and especially in a resort like Benidorm. It's a job everyone would love to have, and I think it's a destination that everyone has to come and visit.
Of course. Well, I knew you'd say that, funnily enough. But what brief did they give you when they said you've got to be a roving ambassador for Benidorm now? What do you have to do?
No, I have the brief isn't set in stone. It's basically trying to highlight the best parts of Benidorm, and that people don't really know. A lot of people, Benidorm's a well-known name. It's a household name. It's been in tourism since the 1960s when the tour operators first started to arrive there. And of course we have our regulars, and there's a very high repeat amount of guests. But there's a lot of guests that haven't been, and they're the ones I want to conquer because, you know, they're, oh, Benidorm, but they don't really know Benidorm, what Benidorm's got to offer. That's what I want to highlight today. Yeah,
I'm sure Benidorm is famed by its popularity, really, isn't it? Which could be a bad thing in some people's eyes.
Yeah, but again, those who maybe criticise when you say a bad thing, it's because they don't really know what we have there. Yeah. And I can tell you now, we've had people from walks of life which you wouldn't normally associate Benidorm with this type of profile, shall we say, who've been pleasantly surprised and said they're going to be back.
So you've met these people who have rediscovered Benidorm or discovered Benidorm for the first time.
That's
and thought,
right.
oh, it's quite good here, isn't it, actually? You know, what have they been saying to you when you've chatted to them?
Well, because they've had an image of Benidorm just being 2-3-star hotels, all British bars, lots of nightlife, which it is as well as many other resorts in Spain. It's not just Benidorm. But then the hotel scene has changed a lot as well. Now we have a lot of 4-star hotels, and now we've got 3 5-star hotels. And we're talking about top category here, 5-star hotels on the outskirts of the resort. And when they've come to visit, they've been pleasantly surprised at the facilities there. And they just say, I just can't believe that Benidorm has this to offer. So I can go down to the campsites, to apartments, to 1-stars, or I can choose the very luxurious 5-stars as well, you know, with their own golf courses and spas. So Benidorm caters for a whole range of different type of guests with the accommodation it offers and different types of profile of guests, whether your families, whether you're retired, whether you're young people. Benidorm is something for everybody.
Sure. Is it a year-round resort then, do you think?
That's the beauty of the resort. It's definitely year-round. It's open all the time. The climate allows for this. Nothing closes. And it's one of the few areas in Spain like this, because you'll see in the north of Spain they close in the winter and some of the Balearic Islands, but we're there all the time offering holidays throughout the year.
That's why you're in the job 24/7 then. And
that's right. That's right.
A lot of work to do to fill that resort up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got a couple of viewer questions that people have sent in, Yolanda. So let me ask you the first one. And thanks to Anne Down for getting in touch with us through our Facebook and Twitter web pages. My husband is a keen golfer, says Anne, and I'm told by a friend that there are some golf courses around Benidorm. We're looking to take a 2-week break in August next year. And Anne wonders if her husband will be able to play golf whilst away. Well, you're in Spain, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. Of course, there's no problem to play golf. It's quite a good hub if you have Benidorm as your base. Actually, in Benidorm, we have two 18-hole golf courses, Championship and an Executive course designed by Nicklaus. They're next to one of our 5-star hotels, but you can book even if you're not staying there. We have also the 9-hole pitch and putts. But apart from that, within half an hour, we've got at least a dozen other golf courses as well. So you could actually play on a different golf course every single day. But the beauty is you've got two on your doorstep in Benidorm. OK,
that's good. Brilliant. If you have a game of golf in the morning and you think, quite fancy going to the beach in the afternoon and relax after a hard 18 holes, you've got quite a few beaches to relax on, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. We've got 5 beaches. We're probably only known for 2 of them. The main 2 beaches, Levante Beach and Poniente Beach. Levante means sunset. Poniente means Levante means sunrise, Poniente means sunset. The 2-kilometre Levante Beach is the most popular one. It's where all the hotels are. But the one where most of our British visitors, the one that they don't know and they should go to, is the Poniente Beach. It's far larger, it's a lot quieter, not so many people, and it's brilliant. They're both south-facing beaches, which is very unusual in a holiday resort to have south-facing beaches. It means you're not sitting there with your sunbed moving around every hour, following the sun. And then we have 3 other cove beaches as well. They're Blue Flag Award beaches. Lots of facilities, and especially I'd like to highlight for the disabled, because we get a lot of elderly guests in the winter. And if you're disabled and you can't go into the sea, it's a shame you can't enjoy your holidays much. So what they've done is they've got disabled points as well, where you can get into a floating wheelchair and be wheeled into the sea by a team of people as well. So everybody can enjoy the beach and the sea, and lots of other facilities as well, sports facilities, for foot cleaning spas as well. So.
It's interesting to note that you've got family friendly beaches and resorts and locations. You've got great diversity from very small to elderly people who can come along, facilities for disabled, holidaymakers, all that kind of thing.
Right,
You've really got a lot to offer.
Yeah, that's right. And especially for families, I mean, on the beaches, the sea is very safe, so you can walk out for a long way and it covers you. For the young people, yes, we've got the nightlife, but the nightlife was also not just for young people, but for our elder guests and our family guests. So many different bars adapting their entertainment programs to the different profiles of people. The centre of Benidorm is very good for the LGBT profile as well. We have bars and accommodation adapted for them. So yeah, I really can't think of any customer profile that wouldn't find something for them in this resort.
Oh, she's very good, isn't she? Blimey. OK, well, let's go back to one of our viewers' questions again, Yolanda. And Jill Williams has got in touch with us here at the Holiday and Cruise channel to say that I have the preconception that Benidorm is all about all-inclusive holidays full of young people. We're both in our mid-60s and wondered if you cater for the older guest.
Yeah. Certainly we do cater for the older guests. In fact, we're specialists for the older guest. Yes, there are all-inclusive holidays, but that's only a small section of our hotels, and they cater for certain guests. And the all-inclusive isn't just for younger. Families enjoy it as well, and our elder guests. We have a lot of elder guests from June round through to September. Because they prefer the weather. It's a little bit cooler at that time of the year, and they certainly will not feel out of place, as I say. And the bars and the restaurants also cater to that age group as well. They'll certainly feel very much at home. If anything, we're lacking in young people. We would like to have more young people in the high season summer. We have groups that come out at the weekends for celebrating maybe birthdays and things like that. But really, we are not a young people's resort.
Is it still true to say that when you are retired, for example, and you've got a bit more time on your hands, it's often cheaper to go and live somewhere like Benidorm for 3 months of the year rather than being at home in the UK?
Well, yeah, you think about the bills you're saving at home, heating and electricity. I mean, you don't necessarily have to stay in a hotel. We also have campsites. A lot of people like to come camping, and they come out long term and spend the whole winter there, and they go back home in the summer, or the apartments. So long stays are still quite popular. Not as popular maybe as before, when people would come out for 6 months at a time, but it's quite normal to come out for 2 months, go home for a little while, then come back again as well. It's very much a home from home resort, so it's not like being in a foreign country where you feel a bit uncomfortable, you're missing things from home, because you don't. You have everything there.
Yeah, we like familiarity, don't we?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you get a lot of that in Benidorm. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just stay put there, Yolanda, for just a moment, because we'll go to our break and come back to you and talk a little bit more about some of the things we can do while we're on holiday there, and a few other facilities that you may not know that Benidorm offers too. So back with you in just a few moments. Let me just remind you of our handy cruise guide. Here we are. Maybe we've whetted your appetite a little bit about getting away, perhaps into the sunshine, go to Spain, maybe get on a cruise. You've got some questions. Here's the guide that will answer all those questions for you. It's available free of charge. All you need to do is call us on our regular number 0871 423 4444. Costs you 10p a minute from a BT landline, or if you're phoning from a mobile or another network, that of course may vary. You can also request a copy through our wonderful website, www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Have a look at us there, get your free copy, and enjoy the break, and we'll be back with you in just a few moments' time, Yolanda and myself, with some more questions and answers about Benidorm. See you in a few minutes.